in all of these things, there are legitimate things. COVID has there are real things. People are getting sick. Global warming, to an extent, I'm sure is happening. Of course, it's happening. But then there are also nefarious characters that want to use that to take away your freedom. There are people that don't want you owning a car. There's all these legacy systems. Whitney Webb, who's a journalist who came on my show, said a lot of people didn't want to reopen the economy until they remade the economy and got rid of all these legacy systems. And this is a doc with Eric Schmidt, who was the head of Google, and you can look it up. And they were saying, they were considering these legacy systems like cash, private ownership of cars, things like that, like getting rid of all of these things that are distinctly American ways of life, and just saying that, we don't want you to own a car.
This is the most important thing that's been said here today.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it's in my notes.
That's why I'm here.
One step at a time, though. Why would they want to get rid of private ownership of cars?
Because they want control of people, and if you allow them to drive their own cars and use cash and run their own businesses and live in their own homes.
Okay, but let's start with cars.
Vertical integration.
Let's start with cars. Don't you think that maybe the concern is they're looking at the future of autonomous vehicles, which would drastically lower the mortality rate on highways, and they're saying,
are they concerned? Are the people that run this country, Joe, concerned with the mortality rate? I mean, they're bombing other countries. They're doing this. They're doing that.
Stop.
They want centralized control.
Hold, please. We're conflating.
Steve Wozniak, the founder of Apple,
says
the best AI is not as good as an ant's brain.
Hold this thought.
Yeah,
but hold this thought.
The mortality rate on highways.
Listen, you can't think
these
that
people are in the woods with hoods on.
But the people at Google that are working on autonomous vehicles, they're not the same people that are trying to control governments all outside the world.
But it's controlled by those guys.
All of those people at Google want to usher in a brave new world. They want to remake the world in the way that they want to.
All these people, some of them are just writing software to make a better picture.
Sure, Joe, there's a lot of them that are not, Joe.
Joe, I
feel like I'm the fucking voice of reason. How is this possible?
They're the tech utopians.
I'm not high. I should be high. I'd be right along with you.
Yeah, you're very combative, Joe.
These are utopians. They want to create a paradise on earth.
Joe, I brought you
through control.
I brought you the documents, Joe.
We have on the cigar.
Joe, we have the documents.
I'm sucking on the cigar like it's a jelly donut. I'm hoping I can get to the weed on the inside.
Hey, Joe.
I'm licking the outside. What do you got there? A piece of paper?
Take it.
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
I think it's confirming what I just said.
Looking forward to the end of humanity. Well, what is this?
See?
Okay, but it's a person who wrote this. It's Adam Kirsch. He's probably got a pistol in his mouth right now.
No, that's the Wall Street Journal cover story.
I don't really mean that, Adam. I apologize.
That's the Wall Street Journal cover story. May I please tell you what I came here for?
You came here for a reason?
Yes.
Hold on. Here it is. COVID-19 has spotlighted the promise and peril of transhumanism, the idea of using technology to overcome sickness, aging, and death. Okay, but what is he saying?
I used to fall asleep every night listening to Alex talk about this, so I want to let Alex talk about this. Until they took him off YouTube.
Okay, but make this.
He was the way I fell asleep every night.
Not only did they do that, but do you know they fucking took a Young Turks podcast, Young Turk Hoax podcast.
Let's talk about that in a minute. Can we get some weed into you?
Progressive. Yeah, we can get some. We got some on the outside.
No, you need it.
No, I can't.
I'll blow it at you like you get a cat high. Does that not cheat it if I blow it in your face?
I can't do it.
I'll blow it in your face.
I can't do it. Listen. I'm getting kind of high from this cigar.
Well, listen. I need to talk to you.
I'm a little lightheaded.
All right, I'm gonna go get some apple juice, and I'm gonna pray to Jesus.
We got some in here.
Listen. I need to talk to you.
Go grab some bottles and some ice.
Get him some apple juice for the transhumanism discussion, please.
Listen. You want to know why I'm so crazy?
No.
Because I discovered this stuff right out of mainline documents, and I've known it for 26 years, 27 years.
Well, here's another thing. Let me tell you something. We all know that you fucked some things up, right? And your biggest fuck up is Sandy Hook. Mm-hmm. But you've gotten so many things right. And this is why I keep talking to you about these things and why I defend you and why I think that it's fucking dangerous to censor you and to say, oh, this guy, we need to get him deplatformed, get him all these things. You're revealing some things that have been proven on this show so far to be true that make people very uncomfortable.
Well, the first thing I was going to do was thank you for having me on and having the courage.